Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Bernadette O'Daniel, who's the chairperson for the Marion County Good Samaritans Foundation, an organization that's been around for about 3 or 4 years now that is doing some great work here in Marion County, and they're having a fundraiser that's coming up on Valentine's Day itself that we're going to talk about. But first, let's talk a little bit about the organization itself, the Marion County Good Samaritan Foundation. This was started to help individuals in Marion County who need some financial assistance who are fighting cancer. Is that correct?
Just if you're going through the treatment of cancer, Marion County people want to help, and so this is a way that they can do that without having actual knowledge of you. They can give to the foundation, and then the foundation helps everyone in return on your behalf.
And the monies that go into the Marion County Good Samaritans Foundation are then distributed. And how much money have you given out in the past?
$35,000.
$35,000 in almost 4 years. That's great.
Well, we've actually only been giving it through 2012, 13, and 14, 3 years.
3 years. Fantastic. Mm-hmm. Now, it is a nonprofit organization, right?
We are a 501c3 company.
Right.
We've organized in 2011, I believe, or 2012. And then we had our first dance in 13 and in our 14. So we've only been giving money out for 2 years. We've given out $35,000.
And as we said, if you are out there and you or your family member are suffering with cancer or know somebody who is, contact Good Samaritan Foundation because they can possibly assist you with anything that they need. I mean, it's not necessarily just for the treatments or anything, it's for groceries or whatever that individual might need. Is that correct?
That's correct. There's 3 things that you have to do in order to meet the criteria to apply for the funds at the Good Samaritans Foundation. You have to be from Marion County. It doesn't benefit the surrounding counties or anybody that's not from here, doesn't reside here.
Reside in the county. You
have to reside in Marion County. You have to have been diagnosed and currently treating with cancer. It's not for somebody who was treated in 2010 and they're through with their treatment.
Right.
It's for someone who's currently treating. And then you have to sign an assessment form. And it's a small form. We just ask a bare minimum information. But we felt that in order for us to give other people's money away, we could only do that based on the knowledge that we have. And that's what you put on this assessment form. Mm-hmm. And then we meet once a month and we
disperse
the funds to those. And they can spend that money ever how they want because we don't know if it's going to be gas money they need or if it's food or if it's a water bill or if they just want a luxury. Cancer is you just don't budget for that.
Okay.
And so when it hits, you don't know what you might need or want or we just want to help.
Now, does the individual ask for a sum or each of the grants a certain amount of money? Like, does everybody get $500? Does everybody get $200? Or do they ask for a certain sum?
The information that you put on that assessment form will allow us to make that decision.
Okay.
They don't request a certain amount, but we try across the board to give everybody $500 based on the information that you give us. Because everybody's circumstances are different. You might have 3 kids at home. You might have a ton of insurance and a good retirement, and you may not have any of those extraordinary medical bills. And even if you don't have the extraordinary medical bills, you're still going to be out what you would normally spend. You're going to increase that with gas,
right,
and eating out, special treatment. Just lots of things can eat into your budget that you
Absolutely.
didn't plan for.
Yeah, and that's what the Marion County Good Samaritan Foundation is doing, and that's why they're here. And they're having a fundraiser on Valentine's Day, February 14th. It's the 3rd year for this fundraiser, right? And
yes.
It's called?
It's a Sweet Thing.
It's a Sweet Thing. It's going to be held at?
It's held February the 14th from 8 until midnight at Center Square. The cost of that is $25. Is a $25 donation, so it's tax deductible. Mm-hmm. And you can pay at the door. If you know that you and your friends are going to be there and you want to reserve a table, we will put your name on the table for you, and that way you're guaranteed a seat. So, but most of the people stand up and dance all night. I'll be real honest; they have a pretty good time
And have fun during the event, right?
It is a lot of fun. It's a good fellowship night too, because you see everybody from Marion County there. So, you know, in the last couple of years, somewhere between 400 and 600 people, 400 and 500 people have been there. So that's a pretty good size event for a night.
And the monies raised will then go back into the community.
Almost 100% of all monies that you donate to the Marion County Good Samaritan goes back to the people of Marion County. It all stays within the county. You know, we don't send it for research. We don't send it. We don't do medical bills. It goes back to the recipients of those people in Marion County that are battling cancer.
And this is your major fundraiser for the year?
This is almost our sole fundraiser for the year. Now there has been the outreach in the community from others have been thunderous, as Candace put.
I know you've had some businesses that have contributed as well, correct?
Right, Independence Day, Lebanon Car World, that cute little shop. You know, they've given us a huge check out of their corporate funds, and that has really allowed us to have one fundraiser because they're all jumping on board to keep the money in Marion County. I think it's a big draw. But you know, cancer hits anybody. It knows no gender, no race, no creed, and you know, it can benefit every family. I hope it doesn't hit anybody, but it does.
Right. Unfortunately, the criteria is kind of stiff, but it is kind of goes to pretty much everybody, unfortunately. So this is the Marion County Good Samaritans Foundation. They're going to have the fundraiser on February 14th. How can people get tickets or a table, or how can they reserve their spot? Okay.
You can contact myself, Bernadette O'Daniel, at 270-402-2965. You can, I work at Attorney Joe Mattingly's office, and Candace Engel-Gray is on the board. You can get tickets from her, and Gloria George works at Elmer's, and so you can get tickets from Gloria, and you can get tickets from Janine at Ag Credit. So we're from one end of Main Street to the other. So if you'll contact any of the 4 of the board members, we will be able to get you tickets. But the best way to do is just to call the 402-2965. And if you have 8 people, we will reserve a table. If you have more than 8, we'll reserve you 2. And our table sales have already been tremendous for this year. Usually we'll set up 54 tables, and we have 31 of them already reserved.
Super.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So we're going to have a big fun time.
Exactly. And it's MarionCountyGoodSamaritans@gmail.com. You have an email, correct?
Yes.
Or you can, on Facebook, there's a Marion County Good Samaritans page on Facebook as well, where you can find out some more information about the organization itself and about the fundraiser that's going to be taking place on February 14th, or contact these 4 ladies.
Yeah. I do want to say, we were talking about the money that stays here and how almost 100% of it goes back to the recipients. At this event, it's a sweet thing. The companies that will donate to us for this event, Swan's Landing and Catering will do all of the linens and the decor. The wedding shop will put up the ceiling. Party Tent and Rentals, Charlie Browning and Sharon donate their chairs. I'm trying to think of my other vendors right off the top of my head. Oh, Rent This Bar. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Oh, it's a beautiful bar. I love that bar.
So.
Oh, and then our favorite guy who loves us the most is Kevin Gordon, Flash Gordon, the DJ. So, you know, all of those things help us put this event on, and we don't pay for that, which means that the money you donate goes back to the people of Marion County. And that's kind of our slogan, is we like to say Marion County people helping Marion County people, because that's who the bulk of the money come from, and that's who the money goes back to. Right. And so we have almost no overhead costs, no administration expenses, with the exception of a few supplies for the dance and some print cost.
Great. So again, you can get tickets for that for February 14th for the Good Samaritans Foundation. It's a sweet thing.
It's
right?
a sweet thing.
And come on out. If you're not able to attend, you can still make a donation. You can, again, contact them by email, visit one of these ladies, or go to their Facebook page and send them a message. They'd be happy to take a donation for that as well, right?
Yeah.
And it is tax deductible.
Tax deductible. You know, if you do want to send us a donation, because a lot of people, this is their annual time to give because they know this is our annual time to ask. But honestly, last year and the year before last, we received a lot of donations when people would send a donation to us in honor of someone that had been deceased. So in their memory, they would make a donation to the Good Samaritans Foundation. We would send the family a letter, and then we would send the donor a letter saying that we had sent the letter. So, you know, in lieu of flowers, people liked making that donation to a local nonprofit rather than, you know, a national nonprofit. And we like to shop at home. You know, that's a big advertisement this year.
Great, sounds good. Well, thank you very much.
Hey, you're welcome.
Again, talking with Bernadette or Daniel, who is the chairperson for the Good Samaritans Foundation here in Marion County. And find them on Facebook, email, or visit Candace or any of the other ladies mentioned. And come on out on February 14th. It's been Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. Thank you.
Thank you.